Okay, inequality side, same thing. You guys aren't gonna see this double variable this year. You'll see it next year. So I went ahead and did that first step for you. So I would pause, go and write all these down because this is what we're actually gonna solve. Your steps, find the middle of the inequality. And just like with the equal sign, we want to split it. Put on or take off the same thing on each side. Remember, all numbers on one side, variables on the other side. Divide all numbers up by the amount of variables. Remember to flip the sign if you multiply or divide by a negative. Okay, that's really the most important part. The only time you flip your sign around is if you multiply or divide by a negative. So if your very last step involves multiplying or dividing with a negative, then you'll flip your sign. Okay, so like on this one, same deal. I've got my variable, number. So the only thing I can move is that -5 or -5. So I'm going to do the opposite and add it. Since that's 7, since it's just x and I'm not dividing by anything, I mean divided by 1, but that would be a positive number, I'm going to leave that just like it is. Okay, I don't have to flip anything. On the next one, actually I screwed up on this one, and it should be, I started solving it like you would solve an 8th grade problem, and so that's my bad, but you can do this. So I have a variable and a number, and so I'm going to subtract that variable, and I don't have to divide by a negative. My last number is positive, so that tells me that my sign's going to be the same, and I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, down here, next one, 3x plus 20 is less than or equal to 2. Okay, so I have to start over here. This has more stuff. I can't move that or else it's over. So I can't combine this variable with anything, so I have to get rid of that positive 20. And I'm going to do the opposite. Same sign, add and keep. Different signs. This is positive, this is negative. Subtract and take the sign of the larger number. So that would be negative. Bring down your variable. So 3x is less than or equal to -18. There's a negative over here. That's great. This is the number you would be dividing by. Okay, since this is positive, the sign stays the same. So divide by +3, divide by +3. So your sign's going to look the same, and your answer is going to be x is less than or equal to -18. And I'm kind of cutting into my own space here. I'm going to just draw a little weird line. Okay, but I've got a number. -10 is greater than or equal to 10x plus 20. And so I've got my variable and my number. So again, I can't move 10x, I can't move -10, I can only move this plus 20. So I'm going to do the opposite. And I've got -10, -20. So same sign, add, and keep the sign. I'm going to bring down my inequality sign, greater than or equal to, and I'm going to bring down my variable. Okay, my last step, I'm going to be dividing by this 10. Since that's multiplication, I'm going to do the opposite. It's a +10, so that means my sign is going to stay the same. I see that this is negative. That does not matter to me. I'm dividing by this number, and that's positive. Okay, so -3 is going to be greater than or equal to x. Last two, we've got number 6 is greater than or equal to 6x minus 6. Okay, I gotta start over here. I'm gonna get rid of that -6 or -6 and add it. So 6 plus 6 is 12, and I'm gonna bring down my sign, and I'm gonna bring down my variable. Okay, so 12 is greater than or equal to 6x. My last step is to divide. 12 divided by 6 is 2. So 2 is greater than or equal to x. We haven't had to flip any of these signs. Okay, last one. 12 is less than or equal to 8x minus 20. I'm not going to have to flip any of these. Weird. That's okay. So I'm going to add 20 to get rid of it, add 20 on this side, so that's 32. Bring your sign down, bring your variable down. And again, my 8, that's a positive number, so I don't have to flip my sign. 32 divided by 8 is 4. So 4 is less than or equal to